over. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's. Bitches guess over, baby. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon. Big it flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Have a roof all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so it's.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, fourth-year quarterback Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they get set to take on the rookie Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle to Evans. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Winston now to throw on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They run it here. Ware. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jameis to throw it. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cameron Brate with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Dancing to his left. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Buying time to his left. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. This is what the defense is going to look like for Tampa Bay. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now. And
when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven 1st. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Collins. And he stopped immediately there. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Jackson on 2nd down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
They're giving the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Jackson being chased out left. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So they don't get anything out of that completion. I guess when you roll out of the pocket like he did there to the left, if you're going to throw it, you better gain some yardage.
Now, can you just hear the old school coaches right now? When you threw it for no yards, they don't want the ball in the air unless something positive is going to happen downfield. In that case, they'd rather have the quarterback try and run it himself. Just take care of the ball. If nothing else, just slide and get down.
On the run, it's Charles. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Robbie Anderson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Big 4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. That one goes for 24 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Winston. They find some open field here. The 20. And they will be set out now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 12. They take over 1st and 10 in excellent field position here. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Collins. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
No, check, Patriots!
Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving it 12 on the season. And the Ravens are in for 6. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Here's Collins, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's third down. They'll try to run forward with Collins, and he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flushed out right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run now with Ware. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Ready? Black, 22. Here we go.
Here's Winston. And Winston lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Collins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a give to Collins. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is Collins on the handoff. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. Jackson. The quick slant caught. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They run. Charles. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Now Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now it's Jackson, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Robbie Anderson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
That 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team.
And a loose football. And the Ravens have got it.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person blood pressure here is starting.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holler. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. Second down, Winston. It's caught. Humphreys. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Third and long for Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Now this is fielded in the end zone.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Jackson now down around his goal line. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Lets it go for Nelson. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin first and goal already at the 5-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over first and goal. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Here's Winston. Pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Third and goal. Winston. There he goes left side. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they...
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot. But nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all of this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Throwing is Jackson. Going up top. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here we go on fourth down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's first and 10.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
They go play action now. Jackson. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, this is Collins. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Room here to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going underneath for Charles. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Play action. It's Jackson. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Noah Spence in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
4 down, 4 down. Right there, 54, right there. Gun!
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on fourth down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here. Fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On the run, it's Ware. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He can't get him down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Wait. Ready? Black 25.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Flacco looking for his first toss. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense. Back now in Baltimore, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Well, no shock here. For the 7th time in this game, it appears he'll go for it on 4th down. Passing play. Flacco. He can run for it, and he will. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Lets it go for Nelson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. J.J. Nelson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4
touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
And now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
4 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing, Winston. He finds Humphreys. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Justin Watson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Point after now from Catanzaro. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that will shave one more off this lead. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Lets it go for Nelson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.J. Nelson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Ready?
Winston now to throw on first down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Jameis to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Again, it's Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Buccaneer first, Winston to Brate. Now they got to get to the line quickly. First down, Winston. He gets it to Humphreys. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Winston now. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. 3rd down here. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job slow.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Oh yeah, and here we go again. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 64 yards. Jackson now. And he rifles one incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Jackson dancing to his left. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Robbie Anderson from 8 yards out, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Griffin will throw again. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Ready. Black, 22.
A 1st down throw for Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The first throw for the backup Griffin. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.